Karkat? Oh man, this is it, isn't it? I've been looking forward to this. No, I mean, this is the first conversation between us, from your perspective. Yep, we totally are. We just became Earth-human buddies in a kind of weird way. You decide to keep talking to me backwards through my adventure, and then when you're done with that, you come back and talk to me more recently on the timeline for a while. You talk to my friends a whole bunch too. You and your Alternian troll buddies help me and my Earth-human buddies hatch a plan, which we're busy putting into motion right now, as you can see.
Solar Metronome asked, what seem to be the outer limits towards the magic that you can perform? I haven't tested out my magic that heavily, but I do know a few things I am unable to do. Since my magic is mostly destruction magic, it means that things like healing, bringing people back to life, and other various things of that nature aren't things I am able to do. I can, however, cause a good amount of destruction with it. The better my wand gets, the more spells I am able to do. That also helps.
What does it feel like to use my time powers? Huh. You know, I've been doing this show for years, and out of all the repeated questions about shipping, about my bro, about Dirk, about irony, about trickster shit, whatever the fuck that is, no one, not a single person has ever asked me about my fucking time travel powers. Like, okay, they'll ask me about, like, using them for specific dumb shit maybe, but you're the very first person to give enough of a fuck to ask me what having them is actually really like on a personal level. I'm actually starting to think that this question might be the best fucking question anybody ever asked. But anyway, it's kind of whatever, like, it's like a red flash of light and I'm someplace else and I just know what time it is because that's when I wanted to go to. Kind of boring, actually. Oh, well, those powers are gone now. Huge load off my mind. Whatever.
Dear John, happy birthday! Even though it's super late and you probably went through a lot of trouble to get it, I really hope this present cheers you up. You looked so sad when you were reading my letter. Which is to say, the one you were reading now. I can explain. You see, when I go to sleep, in my dreams, I wake up on the moon of a planet called Prospect. By now you must know about this place. I've lived there in my dreams most of my life, and I made so many friends over the years. And you were there too, but you were asleep. The fact that you are awake now I think means all my friends are in trouble. You are awake because it is your job to help them. We will both help them. But, I know these things because while I was on the moon, whenever I passed through sky I could see lots of things in the clouds. The past, the future, stuff about our friends, and stuff about you. Now that you are awake, and apparently at the center of Skya, wow. You should be able to see stuff in the clouds too. Maybe you already have.
The gingerbread cookies are almost ready. I can't wait to decorate them. It was my pleasure. Like Dad always said, you can't have Christmas without cookies, or a birthday without cake, or Thanksgiving, or Easter, or Arbor Day. Come to think of it, he might not have mentioned cookies at all. Really? I had no idea. Oh. So what you're saying is if I touch it, it'll deflate? Because that is a common problem. Okie dokie then. Merry Christmas!
Oh man, you're kidding! So much for trying to be cool, I guess. Although, I probably blew that when you saw me yelling at nobody about boners and stuff. That was like the brain ghost memory splinter of my best friend Dirk, who is stuck in my head and you can't see. And he was kinda hassling me and trying to get me to talk to him about how his real self has a thing for me. But I kind of think it would be weird to talk to his brain imposter about that, at least for now. And then you showed up and caught me at an awkward moment where he was threatening to make some bodily functions happen in front of you as a joke, which would have been embarrassing as all blasted heck. But now it turns out you can read my mind too, so I'm surrounded by brain invaders. You seem cool, Aradia, but when am I gonna wake up?
You don't even know. My fingers are the mean little beaks of furious woodpeckers, and my keyboard is a pitiful plank of cruddy wood, guarding a trove of tasty bungs. It is guarding them, I might add, moist, fucking, unsuccessfully. As my digits rain danger on this hapless lamp top, the result of my tappy onslaught is line after wicked line of leech filthy codes, aka the government's worst nightmare. It is woman versus machine, a struggle old as stuff itself. She will bring Spurb to its knees, and then turn, with her shit wrecking his face, and stare into the void. And the void will wonk first. Wonk.
Alright. Hey everyone. So, here's the thing. I have to go. Like, right now. All my friends are either dead or lying on the ground unconscious, including me. So I have to try and wake up and fix everything. Sorry I can't hang around your bubble and shoot the breeze for a while. It's not like I don't want to. I guess I have to be this huge fucking wet blanket, as usual, because there's stuff that needs doing. Also, I'm just gonna steal her if you don't mind. She needs to come home. Tell the aquatic punk girl my idiot bro is sorry for beating the shit out of her. Who am I kidding? She stone cold does not give a fuck. So, yeah. See you later.
I'm sure, as I've explained too many times to you hornless flesh bags, troll sexuality doesn't work along the same divisions that you have. So the distinction of which aspects of masculinity or femininity a troll is attracted to are not specified or labeled in society, blah blah blah, you know all this. Now, let's break down semantics. In regards to the categorization of human sexuality, you could label me bisexual. However, the significance of gay involves the human experience of not fitting into the accepted societal paradigm of relationships. Since my experience with attraction and emotions hasn't really followed that scheme, no matter how much I've tried to understand it, you could say I'm troll gay. So sure, I'm gay, and that's really all there is to say on the matter.
Greetings! I've been meaning to say hello since you arrived. Yes, but not the one you're thinking of. I like to consider myself as something of a caretaker for this place. You know, the afterlife. I refer to myself as an excellent host, but that has become a kind of a loaded phrase. I should hope not. Anyway, those of us who are concerned with preservation of reality have been looking forward to this day for some time, even though time is really just a figure of speech here. Not the devastation so much as your arrival. You have some big plans, yes? Oh, nothing. I'm just merely extending the courtesy of a formal welcome. Now off with you. Go find your friends. That is why you finally come out of your palace, isn't it? Ta!
Well, when it's just me and Tinkerbell, we do a lot of things, actually. We roleplay, play games, talk about personal things. You know, the usual loose side to troll stuff. Or at least that's what I think the others do. Maybe I'll ask Gamzee about that later. But that's not important for now.
Shut up, KK. I haven't been sleeping too well. I don't get it. Usually my afternoon naps calm down the voices, but they seem to be louder than ever. Maybe there's something wrong with our soaper supply. You did what? KK, bro, there are other ways to deal with GC's soaper addiction than that. Also, if the effects are fucking up my sleep, how do you think it's going to affect him? Dude, you are so pale for him.
Miss Leon ponders over whether Mr. Zahak is still feeling blue over his departed robo-sweetheart and needs more cheering up. Aww, we can always curl up in the pile again to talk about feelings. Blue, 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 blue. I just love the way you say that word. Oh, that's so sweet, Equius. You know I'll always be ready to tackle pounce you whenever you start getting especially furious. Did you mean steer in the livestock sense? Well, if you're referring to Vriskers, I was already plenty scared of her. And if you're talking about Mr. Ampra, he's always giving me the creeps anyway, so there's nothing to fret over.
The deal with the Mariam-looking girl is that she is wondering what the deal is with the Paishes-looking girl, and specifically why the former has piqued the latter's curiosity. The deal with things, the topic of wonder, people-looking people. The same thing occurred to me. The same thing occurred to me yet again. Things that are the same, and how they occur to people. I suppose, to my knowledge, yes. Kind of personal? Is there an alternative degree of autoluminescence I should be aware of? And if so, how foolish should I feel for only learning about it now, on a scale of 1 to idiot.
I like red because of that one time I made out with Karkat. I was totally all over him and it was so delicious. So I was all, oh, Karkles, you taste so good. Let me lick you everywhere. And he was all, oh, Terezi, you fuck-assy fuck-ass. What the fucking fuck are you fucking on about now, you fuck-ass? Because yes, he says fuck-ass every other word, and if you're trying to imitate him and you don't say fuck-ass, you're doing a piss-poor job of it. Anyway, and then I was like, oh, Karkles, let me taste you, please. And then he let me lick his face. And then we made out for approximately 5 hours in Viska's-Haven Lomat, where we hung several convicted felons while we made out. And then we spawned approximately 500 tasty love grubs. And then we flew off on a magical dragon, and it was the most fucking delectable experience of my life.
Hey, Red Glare. Nice outfit, thanks. I see you finally wised up and started taking this rivalry seriously. It was hard to antagonize you properly while you refused to get in character. Yes, I can see that. So you've come for revenge, then. I thought we settled all this a long time ago. Fascinating. Why don't you tell me your terms already? Forget my pixie trail. At this rate, my snoring will lead him to us. You're kidding, right? You want luck to decide this? Maybe you forgot who you're dealing with. I am the thief of light. You really expect me to lose a simple coin flip? I've got all the luck. Remember? Just flip the fucking coin, neophyte.
Nebbit, huh? Are you alright? I don't believe you are. Nebbit, look at me. Ek Kitty is quite blue that his meow rail isn't feeling well. He would like to, propose that he and she engage in a fun activity that would, hopefully, cheer her up, if she wants to.
So, how are you getting Fago on whatever planet you live on? I mean, it's a human drink. What the acrobatic motherfucker you on and speaking about, brother? Fago is Alternian as the goddamn fearing Empress herself, as Alternian as Imperial drones and sopa pie. As for the fucking how I get my delicious elixir in my hive, I just end up finding it in my room, just bottles of the stuff laying all over the place. I like to think that the old goat is leaving them for me to help my motherfucking situation out. The old goat.
Who are you trying to convince with this ludicrous poppycock? Magic is not real! Well, whatever you're doing, it's not real. It's something else outright entirely. It's fancy and impressive and all, but it's not the fucking figmental storybook claptrap you will want to make out like it is. So how about you get off your high sky horse? You're not using magic! Just deal with it! Okay, I didn't say that. I think you wear the role pretty well, which is something I can appreciate. There's a lot of show-a-womanship that's put into coming off as a diabolical sort.
Glub glub! What is it? I'm wondering if you can forego the exaggerated emotional theatrics for once and actually tell me what's on your mind. Yes, I do! We are supposed to talk to each other. That is what moirails are for. Glub, 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 sigh. Will you take the chip off your knob and tell me what's the matter? Are you fretting over another one of these dumb contraptions? None of your plots to kill the land dwellers ever work out, and every doomsday device you get your hands on turns out to be a piece of junk.